What's good, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Marvel Legends Disney Plus Wave US Agent. Now, normally I don't review Marvel Legends, but really like what happened with this wave. I'm going to review a few out of that and the Villains Wave because I'm really feeling that like comic book goodness coming out. But yeah, I'm just in a good mood and I'm willing to try something different. So yeah, let's get to it. First off, US Agent came out dope in my opinion, and it's one of those things where it's one of those, yes, it's bare minimum, but what I got with it, I really enjoyed. There are some problems with it, but again, the way I look at it is that it's a $25 figure, so I can't complain too much. So yeah, it's your money, so you're gonna spend what you want on it anyway. So let's talk about it. I really like this brand new mold. I really do like it. I think the only issue that I have with this mold is that I feel like there was room for a butterfly joint in there with this, because we gave him the straps. We could have hid our butterfly joints under it instead of molding it all into the costume. And I think that's the only thing that really bothers me. Otherwise, everything about this looks and functions really, really well. The sculpt in general is really dope. And I really hope, because we have that really good sculpt here, that it transfers over to our Captain America version, which is in blue, and also has the unmasked head. Because we know that sometimes during the show, if you watch it, he sometimes has a stubble, sometimes doesn't. Well, when you're on a plane for like 19 hours, you will get a 5 o'clock shadow. You may not have time to shave. That's common sense if you shave a lot. But yeah, I do really like this. I like this a lot. And it's a very simple figure. It functions very well, and it uses the new neck joint. There are some modifications made to this one, in my opinion, that I feel like work better for this figure as opposed to this joint, the way it worked for Cable and Deadpool. I was not feeling it. But on this guy, as you can see, we have movement going up. Nope, let's move back a little bit so we can fix that focus. There we go. We have function that looks up. We have function that looks down. We can tilt left and right. We have a lot of expression. And then the lip and eye movement align really well. So that way when you do basic posing, it just looks really good. Now, here he is, right? Tuck back, looking really nice. Oh, there we go. Let's fix that. There we go. Yeah. And as you can see here, it just looks really good. This is pretty solid. Now, this is one of those things where movement and how you function them is going to look well. But it also, for those of you that don't want to pose, here's a very simple one that you can do that you can replicate that's going to help you. Since he won't have a shield, you can do the fist up to the side, looking down and intimidating. John Walker posing on this guy, it just comes out so solid that most of the stuff you do with him will look really, really good. And look, just that black and red focus out really well here. Our arms can hit our T-pose with no problem. Marvel Legends is actually really good in the basic articulation department, that you can cover all your fundamentals. As you can see, T-pose hitting. We have our hand pegs. Now, I dipped mine a little too far in. If you pull it out just a little bit, you'll notice that the pegs do work just fine. I push it in just a little bit extra. We do have our double joint, which you saw before. We have our bicep swivel. We can rotate all the way around. No issues there. We have our ab crunch. Now, I know we should probably want deeper ab crunch, but the way this guy is molded, that just was not going to happen. You know? But as you can see, it does hit a nice deep crunch. I would have liked to be able to move the belt around. I'm not sure if that's molded in to not move at all, or is just mine sitting there like that. But I would have been able to like to move that down, only because I don't know, something about it bothers me, and I can't tell what it is yet. But it does sit naturally upon his larger MCU body, so I shouldn't complain. Our gun is glued to the holster due to reasons I can't even begin to explain. So the weapons mandate, right? We have our thigh swivel, right? We also have boot swivel, which is really nice. So you can actually articulate this really well. So here we are with our forward leg movement. Here's our double jointed part and our boot swivel. Now, the reason why I said the boot swivel is nice is because, again, when you are going to pose this guy up, let's say you want to hit some really cool poses like this, right? That boot swivel helps him sit a little bit more natural. And I really like that. And our super generous ankle pivot. So you can see that low crouching pose looks really good. Well, let's look at our side kick, right? Our crazy martial arts kicks for John Walker looks pretty decent. especially if you're going to look from down from this angle. Side kicks work pretty well too. We do swivel side to side, and now I see why the belt doesn't go lower, because you would stretch that out. That makes a lot more sense now. So yeah, John Walker is solid. Like, this is really good. As far as accessory goes, John Walker does not come with a shield because he's now our US agent, right? But if you do want to see what he looks like with a shield, I did some photos of it very quickly. You'll see that at the end, but I also show some here. What's also really dope is you will get another set of hands. So here you will get a right trigger hand, as you can see here. Now your right trigger hand will be able to hold weapons. So for instance, I'm going to use a Mezco weapon. We can use a Mezco handgun that we get from John Wick, and we can open up our hand, and it's positioned just fine to hold that weapon. It does hold under the weight of it too. You'll also get a left open palm hand. This will be able to hold shields or whatever, if you want to give it the Captain America shield and stuff like that. Now, if you want to see how John looks with it in video, let's just do it right now. Let's go over a few, right? So you have your classic US agent shield from the old Marvel Legends. I think personally this will look the best with him in this paint scheme. You know what I mean? Here's John with that shield, looking really solid. Like I said, I think this one will work best and look best with the black. So if you pop this off the wrist, right, then we'll have an old Marvel Legends Captain America shield. This one has these in it. Let's pop this hand out and talk about this. And I know I shouldn't be doing this super comprehensive stuff, but you know, maybe this will help someone out someday who's going to check it out later or check out the wave, and they may just be looking for a figure. Hopefully this will help you. I'm hoping it does. I mean, yeah, I feel like it will. And I know I shouldn't have did it this way, but I'm not really thinking as I do this. So just flowing naturally with my body. So here's John with a shield, a cap shield, also looking really, really solid. Like, I really like the way this one looks. It's a lot bigger. And just to try out something completely different, I tried a smaller Mezco shield, right? Because the hand can actually hold the handle. So why not try it out, right? This is a more metallic shield. And I think this also looks really good. So you have shield options from all the toys that we've gotten over the years. And let's say you don't want to do this option or any of these options, and you want to go with the hollow shield, like if this was West Coast Avengers and trying out that Stark hollow shield. Here's a hollow shield from Marvel Legends. And I think I may have warped that a little bit, but yeah. Oop. There it is. Options, yo. Options. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to try some size comparisons with some other Disney Plus MCU stuff that I'm going to get on screen, as well as other lines. So while I'm going for 0.1 seconds, you know, take a break, use the bathroom, do all that good jazz, and then come back to it. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, it's size comparison time. I guess I should do some MCU stuff first. So let's do Bucky and Zemo real quick, right? So here is Bucky. And then we have the Marvel Legends one that's from the same wave. Then we have Zemo. Now, Zemo is a little weird for me. Like, something about that Build-A-Figure leg body part that kills me. But here are these two guys. And as you can see, your main man US agent just a tad bit taller due to his helmet over Bucky. And he's significantly, you can actually see the difference with Zemo, right? Then we're going to put my main man Sam in there. Your boy Captain America, who has some stiff joints because I had him out on display with his wings. I had to take them off so I could make sure I could fit him in this. So here is Captain America. And now we have some of our main stars from it. And I like the fact that, like I said, they're all different heights, so they get something different out of it. But more importantly, it's like you can see it, like there's a significant difference. US Agent appears to be the tallest, followed by Bucky, then Sam, and then Zemo. So, yeah. Let's work on some other things that are not in this series. So now we have stuff like, what if he came across Crossbone, right? So here's Crossbone. Here is Vision from WandaVision. Right? Vision seems to be shorter. I imagine Vision would be taller, but you know, whatever works. So I'm gonna move these guys out because Vision looks like he's about to fall. Then we have Scarlet Witch. Right? Scarlet Witch I'm gonna hold up because the weight of her skirt is actually quite heavy, and she is tiny compared to him. And she's looking up just a little bit, but if you have her look straight, you can see the difference. Then we have oh, you know what? Here's a big boy. Here's Hulk. I'm actually gonna bend his knees a little bit, but yeah. Then we have an SHF Nick Fury, because of course Nick Fury is Nick Fury. Nick Fury is tiny compared to our Marvel Legends. Same is going to be said for our Doctor Strange. These guys I just happen to have out. I'm actually going to try to throw in a War Machine somewhere in between so you can see what you got going on. And maybe a Captain America. I'm going to try. So, now let's jump into a non-MCU. Oh, wait. I got one more MCU guy. And I can't forget Spider-Man. This one is the Mafex one. In case you are curious. So actually, so you can see it. So, now we're going to try some comic stuff. This is where it gets a little bit different. Now, here you have the original US Agent comic costume, right? Then you have it compared to its modern MCU counterpart. This one is a lot closer to our modern take on the new stuff, especially from the new miniseries that just finished. So, as you can see, it's even bigger than his comic book. And these guys were actually smaller back in the day. They're making them a little bigger now. Same thing for SHF, just making them a little bigger. Here's our anniversary cap. You can see Walker's a little closer to that. Right? Let's position you back this way. Here we have our comic book Crossbones. And I think this look is actually really good against US Agent. Our comic book Crossbone is gigantic. So him up against US Agent would look really, really good. We have a G.I. Joe Major Blood, which I need to finish reviewing. So much stuff. We have a comic book Black Widow. I figured this was good to throw her in there. Let's get her to stand up, right? And we have a Lightning Collection Green SPD Ranger. On to our next batch of stuff. Let's move these guys out. Next batch has an Articulated Icons Ninja, because you can never go wrong with having ninjas interfere in your business. And these will overall be some good all-round ninjas. We have a Marvel Legends Hydra Soldier. I have to stand him straight up. I had used him for some shots, so he was beat up, y'all. Ooh, good catch, you. So yeah. Last couple will be a Storm Collectibles Scorpion. So you can have your height test against your Storm Collectible stuff. Then we're going to do a Mythic Legions Barbarian. And then you have SHF Kamen Rider Kuga. I did not mean to light him up like that. And as you know, he'll be the smallest, right? But it's cool though, because the reason why I do a bunch of these size comparisons, because a lot of people like to cross over their universes and do a bunch of cool stuff. And the reason why is, imagine you are imagining this guy as a Redeco color Marvel vs. Capcom Captain America. So now you know how to size him up, and if you want to use him in your shots or compare him to something else, it's your imagination, and have fun. Like, don't let other things deter you from mixing and matching your universe, you know? Keep it cool. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying this stupid long Marvel Legends review, because I could have cut this short, but I wanted to include as many things as possible to help you guys out. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. Bonus content. Here we are looking at War Machine and the SHF Final Battle Captain America. I said I would try to fit them in, and I did, y'all. I did. Thanks for watching. Later. Real quick, because like a whole dummy, I forgot. I forgot to put some Mezcos in there. So, real quick, here's Mezco me thrown in at the end of both my Captain America and US Agent videos. So you can see that these guys actually are a tad bit taller than your average Mezco, or around the same height. Sam being around the same height, and US Agent being a tad taller because his big old helmet head. So yeah, Please enjoy this ending bonus credit. Thank you guys.